start 17th tomorrow, so this is the race when he really needs to get some points under his belt. Red lights go on, and they go out, away they go then. Pretty even start from the two of them on the front row. A good start by Ian Jordan as well, I can see. They've all got away safely, but it's the yellow car with its nose in front, so that's Craig Pollard from Danny Hands at the moment. I think possibly Tim Probert is there, up into third place in the storm. It looks like it might be. Oh, and off, there's two of them off. One gone, and 33 is Matt Harbert as well, so it's the two drivers from the second row off into the barriers. They've tangled on the way into Hawthorne, so we've already lost two cars, I'm afraid. Towards the front of this race. That means there's quite a gap opened up between the first two and a third place car, which is Tim Probert, with Ian Jordan in fourth. And there's James Harridge coming through.
Yeah, he's coming through well. Egan, was it Egan on the outside? No, it was the Bell on the outside, wasn't it? The black car with the dorsal fin. But here they are, and it's the lead that is Craig Pollard from Danny Hands.
Lights.
And the red lights come on because there are two cars in the wall at Hawthorne.
Red flags.
Unexpectedly, they have been flown.
Second board is shown. So, once again, the drivers watch for the lights. The red lights go on. And they go out. Away we go. Not a good stop from the 88. Francis Twyman's not got away initially, but he does now. And I think everybody avoids him, I'm pleased to say. So down towards Clervaux for the first time goes Craig Pollard in the lead of this race. In second place it's Danny Hands. In third place it's Tim Probert. It looks like Andrew Cooper is fourth. And James Harridge has made up a bucket full of places already. He's, I think, up inside the top 10 already. We'll try and count how many places up the field he is.
I think he is 10th.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5 now as he gets past one on the way down towards Tower Corner, so he's made up several places there. That's Andrew Cooper we can see going through. And there's Harridge just on the right hand side of the shot going through there. 51 as well is the car of... I'm trying to work out who 51 is. That's Matthew Hyde, isn't it? So he's lost a little bit of ground rather than going forward. But a great first half a lap for James Harridge, Marcus.
Yeah, very much so. He's absolutely top of his game, isn't he, always? And once they got some reliability, the problem for a long, long time was the fairly weak engine, but they got that kind of sorted, and he's always there or thereabouts, such a tenacious character. And they've come through the little complex, and it is 92, Craig Pollard ahead, 2 Danny Hands, 6 is Probert in the storm, and it's Cooper. 6th now, challenging Ian Jordan, is the Maverick of James Harridge, and Harridge gets that place coming out of the hairpin, but then goes backwards, just hasn't got the speed in a straight line. Ooh. He's got problems, he's broken.
Yeah, hand in the air.
Oh no.
Oh, it's happened so. Oh, and look how disappointed he is. He is so upset that once again his car has let him down, and he's going to have to pull off. There's nothing else for it. But James Harridge's title defence does not look like it's going to get off the ground this season. So it's Pollard leading, Hands second, Probert third, Cooper in fourth position, Ian Jordan fifth, Steve O is sixth, Christian Goller is seventh. Eighth is James Mazin, I reckon, as they head into Tower Corner for the second time. Showing us a 15-minute race on our screen. We'll see if it's actually flagged a little bit early, because it was restarted, of course. There's the 66 car, which is Phil Waterhouse in the Ferrari Tasso. Just seeing where he made his way up to on the first lap. He was in 18th position.
A good little tussle with these Gacks in here, and then in 99 is Craig Bell. Gacks were all the rage at one point, weren't they? Won a few championships, Gack drivers.
They did. Certainly did. Craig Pollard, Martin Farmer.
Martin Farmer won in the 40th anniversary year, didn't he?
Did, yes. Danny Hands and Martin Galpin also winning in Gacks.
Well, Pollard's just pulling away now from Hands. Here's the battle with the Red Storm, which is Tim Probert, who is holding off Andrew Cooper. Pollard has the fastest lap, a 1:31.24. 1:31.24. And how does that compare with the lap record? And
very favourably.
Inside it
yes.
by 0.7 of a second.
Yeah, so Pollard there breaking his own lap record from 12 months ago. That was when he was driving the GAC, though. This is his first season racing the WEV. Now here's a fight. This is for third place. Tim Probert has Andrew Cooper right behind him. Cooper looking to the right-hand side. Down the inside he goes, into Tower Corner, but not quite brave enough, I don't think, to make it all the way through there. So Tuck's back in behind Probert, who has been a race winner in the Formula V in the past. Always have the best of fortune here at his local track.
That's right, through that Jim Clark S is fantastic, isn't it? Down to Barcroft and Sunny. That's a sort of straight line down to Sunny Inn, and you can really work on the exit of the corner. The entrance speed is not that important, but it's the exit onto the infield section where you're going to make time and carry speed. You can see there 51 was quicker through that complex. That's Matthew Hyde in the AHS GAC. I think they're in the middle of the group there.
Yeah, so that's Hyde ahead of now, I think, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah,
so he's made up a couple of positions on this lap.
31.18 for Pollard, a new lap record again.
Yeah, getting quicker all the time.
600ths trimmed. That's consistent for you.
So that's the Christian Goller battle heading its way over the line. So it's Goller now to 6th and Matthew Hyde 7th. Those are the two drivers to improve on the last lap. There you've got Steve O and James Madden in the number 16 GAC for the driver who's only in his second season of racing, the commercial director from Dublin, James Madden.
Yes, he hopped over the curb, notably there at Clervaux. Also out over the curb onto the grass there was the 56 car by the looks of things.
It's Christian
Goller, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And he's made up good ground as well, hasn't he? From 14th on the grid.
Steve O's bustling back down the inside of the blue GAC there of James Madden.
Yeah, and the other car involved there was Craig Bell, who was on the podium at Donington Park last month. So, some good scraps going on here. That's the Dominator, so the first and third car in that group. There's Probert, there's Cooper still behind him, but they're all a long way behind the first two now. Oh, there's a car I can see out of our window, and there it is on screen, that's spun. That's the 34 car of Alan McKenna. I think that's the driver you were mentioning earlier on. Mark's the Australian, based in London, but with a business, a brewery up here in the north. He's had a spin at the exit of Tower. 8.5 minutes, or possibly a little bit less, left to go. Pollard leading by 6.17 seconds, but there's the battle for third position, just going into Clervaux. It's the Tim Probert car, number 6, and 41, Andrew Cooper. In actual fact, they were in a different order, as you can see on screen, over the line by 100th of a second. Cooper was ahead, but Probert had the line to claim the position into Clervaux, importantly.
Yeah, I mean, really good scrap, aren't they? Those two, and up towards Tower Corner. Again, very important to get the speed out of that towards the Jim Clark S's and to carry it through, which means turning in quite late, keeping the car to the left-hand side of the track as they see it, to open up the right-hander down to Barcroft and to Sunny.
There we are, it's Sunny now then. These two are about 16-17 seconds behind the race leader Craig Pollard, which tells you what a phenomenal place he's setting. He's done a 131, a low 131 at that. Cooper and Probert, their best of all, 134 and a 135 respectively, and that gives you a really good idea of the kind of pace that Pollard's demonstrating this weekend. This is third and fourth on screen. They in turn are about 3 seconds ahead of the next battle. Can Cooper get a good run up and over the line as he did on the previous lap on Tim Probert?
Well, he's sort of in the slipstream, isn't he? But is he quite close enough? I sense he may not be.
No, I don't think he is.
Swinging to the outside, you've got to go a longer route round into the corner, into Clervaux. And that time's supposed to be very, very similar.
Yes. What have they done on that lap? A 136.42 for Probert, 136.72 for Cooper. Cooper's having another go at him though, along the stretch into Tower. He's going around the outside. He's going to outbrake himself. That was the danger.
Yeah, he came up very fast, but he couldn't make it to the apex because there was a red car between him and it.
Yes. And so he's took back in behind, and I think that might have cost him a little bit of time. We're interested to see if the next two can get on terms, which is now Matthew Hyde ahead of Ian Jordan. So that's just changed there. Hyde's made up a couple more positions. He's got ahead of Christian Gollum as well on the previous lap. So this is a really good performance from young Matthew Hyde, the 16-year-old student in his first season of racing in cars, having done quite a lot of kart racing. And Matthew as well, as mentioned before, is also type 1 diabetic, so he has that extra problem to overcome in his racing as well. So really good display this from Matthew Hyde in his first season of racing. But we continue to watch this battle for third between Cooper and Probert. Probert is ahead at the moment, but I wonder if they might be caught. I was going to say before the end of the race by Hyde, but they've now got the last lap board. Of course, it is a shortened race this, because of the stoppage originally.
Yeah, that's right. So it's going to go all the way, this little tussle, isn't it? And the leader is already down in the Jim Clark S's as we watch the next group. And 51, as you say, is trying to make some ground still. Matthew Hyde, who qualified 11th. Is now running in a very fine 5th.
He is the third fastest driver out there. He's lapping faster than Probert or Cooper, who were side by side into Tower Corner that time. Worked out much as it has done on the previous few laps though, but another lap or two, and I think Hyde could really challenge him. I think he's going to run out of time with the last lap board already having been shown though. And Craig Pollard actually already into the complex for the final time. We'll see if we can
Hyde's
pick him
with
up.
him.
He is. He's got about a third of a lap left. Craig Pollard, you can see out of my commentary box window, is out of the hairpin for the final time. He's coming up to the line to take the checkered flag. So Craig Pollard is that wins round 3, and he's won all 3 of the rounds so far in the Martins Group Formula V Championship. Second is going to go the way of Danny Hans, but who's going to be third? Well, here's the battle. And Probert runs a little bit deeper into the first part of the complex there. Hyde is with them now for third and fourth position. Been a really good drive this. He's got on terms with Andrew Cooper, and he might snatch fourth place from Andrew Cooper as they have the drag race to the line. Now I don't think he's quite going to do it, or is he? Not quite as they go to the line.
It was really well thought out. He did the right thing. He went really deep into the corner, turned back hard and got the power on early, which brought him up his front wheel alongside the rear. But it wasn't going to be, and he still finishes an honourable 5th.
Yeah, and he did improved his own lap time on the last lap as well, a 1:34.41, so comfortably the third fastest driver out there. So very good performance. We'll see more of Matthew Hyde during the course of this season. I think the rest of the field coming through to complete their races. There's Phil Waterhouse just getting across the line in 18th positions at the end of a 7-lap restarted race for the Martins Group Formula V Championship. And because it was a reduced race, we didn't really have too much in the way of traffic to worry about during the course of that race either, despite the phenomenal pace that Craig Pollard was setting. And it was a really good pace, wasn't it? A 1:31.18, and to be effectively more than 7/10 under his own lap record mark, so that's quite special, isn't it?
Super special, and yeah, good effort. I'm just looking to see what happened to Ian Buxton.
Good question.
Because I don't remember seeing much of him. He finished 12th.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes, he did.
Looking into the timing system.
Well, let's have a look at those results actually. We can talk about that again in a sec. But Craig Pollard, the winner, number 92, 13 seconds the victory margin in a 10-minute race basically over number 2 Daniel Hans. Third place number 6 Tim Probert, 4th 41 Andrew Cooper, 5th was 51 Matthew Hyde, 6th number 3 Ian Jordan, 7th 56 Christian Goller, 8th was number 16 James Madden, 9th number 99 Craig Bell and Steve Owen, 50 rounds out the top 10. A bit further back you got Elliot Mason, I think he won Class B in the end, and then Ian Buxton, who we were just talking about, in 12th place in 69, and 13th was 43 Vaughan Jones, 14th was 11th Ben Cressy, and 15th 44 Stephen Bailey, and Huckle, Gregory Waterhouse, Livesley and Topham rounding out the top 20. And then the rest of them, I think we can ignore the one in 30th, but Sam Wolpank, Richard Walsh, Twyman, Can, Swain, Egan, McKenna, Wiltshire, and Harwich. I think all bar Harwich actually did make it all the way to the checkered flag after the restart. But you were just saying about Ian Buxton, Marcus.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's been a race winner over many years in Formula V. He's been absolutely passionate about V racing for a very long time. He qualified 17th, and of course that became net 15th when the two cars failed to take the restart. But he only made 3 places from there, which signifies that something's not quite right.
It certainly does, yeah. A slightly anonymous race. You usually notice a race in which Ian Buxton is competing with.
He normally makes his presence felt, put it that way.
He does. So Formula V's, they're back out tomorrow for their second race of their double-header weekend, and we look forward to seeing them then. It's going to be a different looking grid, I think, tomorrow, based on second fastest qualifying times, but it was a very disjointed session this morning, as I say, so I think the grid should be somewhat mixed up for race 2. Coming up next on circuit, we've got the Takiwa Road Sports Series race. So I've noted down start drivers. Hopefully Marcus will make a note of those as well on his list, and we'll look forward to that 45-minute race in just a second. We'll hopefully before that hear from our race winner Craig Pollard, and Tom Butterworth is indeed ready and waiting for us in the pit lane. Down to you, Tom.
So I'm here with your Formula V winner, Craig Pollard. Craig, tell us about that one. It looked like a fairly sedate Saturday drive at the front from where we were sitting. How was it?
Yeah, I don't know. It never feels like that, even when you've got a good lead. And I could see Danny getting further and further and further away from me. But you can't relax. You know, these guys are all really good drivers. Have all been doing it a long time, and you know, they can come back. You can hit a back marker. I did come across some traffic, but luckily it was kind to me and came out on top this time.
Yeah, fair enough. It was, as you say, you've got to concentrate 100%. It's all well and good saying, well, we won it by quite comfortably, but you've got to win it quite comfortably to do it, haven't you?
Yeah, and quali didn't go our way, so we're starting P17 tomorrow. So see what we can do. You know, it looks like it looks easy, but it's not. You know, the guys have been working on the car all morning and making it the best they can be, and we've got to do the same tomorrow, but from a bit further back. So. Well,
it looks like they've done a good job anyway, and I was told you only got 1 lap in qualifying anyway, so you've done very well so far this weekend.
Yeah. This was the one that counted. Obviously, we got 1 lap and we made it count for pole, but it's going to be a bit more difficult tomorrow.
Great stuff. Well, thank you very much, and let me present you with this, which is your winner's garland.
Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks.
So moving on to second place. So we've got Daniel Hans. How was that for you, Daniel?
Bittersweet, really. Yeah, second place. It's okay, but unfortunately, we couldn't even have a race, so we was on our own. I mean, Craig just drove off, really. We've got a lot of pace to find, but we did what we could do. I backed off after 5 laps because I had no chance. I thought I'd save the engine for tomorrow. But yeah, fair play to Craig. Good win for him, but for us, we've got a lot of work to do.
A little bit more to find maybe for the second race of the weekend, yeah, of course, but you know, still got to be fairly happy with second place.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I mean, I'm grateful for second. I can't, you know, be disappointed too much, but obviously we're here to win, and if we've got any chance to win in the championship, we need to beat Craig, and at the moment we're finding that quite difficult to do. So back to the drawing board, and we'll see if we can find some more pace for tomorrow.
Great stuff. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers. Now, trying to find the third place. Oh, here we go. Right, so Tim Probert finished in third today.
Yeah.
How was that for you? Because that looked very exciting from where we were. It looked like a great battle. Well, I was really enjoying it.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, this is my local circuit. I live in Middleton Tyre, 6 miles away, so it's nice to get a win here. I thought I'd got a nice soft spot on my own, but Andy Cooper caught me up and we had a good ding-dong for most of the last 4 or 5 laps. All good fun, but I'm delighted with that, and particularly as I'm probably the oldest one on our grid, so I'll take that any day, thanhanks.
I think when you watch it back as well, you'll see Matthew Hyde was coming very, very quickly towards the end of the race as well, and I think another lap or two and it'd have been on.
Yeah, well, yes, I just thought, well, I'm just going to try and back Andy into whoever's coming and stay clean.
Great stuff. Well, thank you very much indeed, and congratulations on your third place.
Thank you. Cheers.
We will move on now very swiftly onto the Tagawa Road Sports Series, and that concludes your Formula V.